You got it?
Yep.
Okay. Hey guys, this isn't ideal. I would much rather be doing this in person, but we're gonna play the hand that we were dealt. So I know that a lot of you are gonna choose to not do your e-learning at all, which I really hope you don't do that. B, get overwhelmed, try to keep up and end up giving up, or C, stay on top of it. I have created a spreadsheet. I'm gonna post this with all the e-learning assignments on the first day that will help you stay organized. Can you see that, Mom?
Yeah, but I don't have my glasses, so.
My mom's recording, so patience. Create something like this, guys. So this is Tuesday. It's our first e-learning day. I went through and I've put something for each period, a class. I put a spot for what the assignment is, when it's due, a spot for you to mark when it's done, and then any questions or notes. If you're going through it and you get stuck on something and you want to ask the teacher, there's a spot for that also. If you don't have a printer and you can't print this, that's fine, create your own version. But don't let yourself get stuck because you're getting overwhelmed. It's very easy to say, this is too much, I'm not gonna be able to do it, and quit. Don't be a quitter, we talk about this all the time. Please don't be a quitter, okay? All right, so here's what's gonna happen. We have 3 days of e-learning the first week. Day one, I'm gonna break 11-1 up into 2 days. This is gonna be painfully slow for some of you. But we've asked to really just condense our material down, go over the basics, assign the minimum amount possible. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take it nice and slow and get through it until I can get you back in my classroom, all right? So day one is 11-1, the first part of 11-1. It deals with area and perimeter of parallelograms and area and perimeter of triangles. I am really hoping that that is some review for you. We will see. So it shouldn't be difficult. All right, we're gonna get started. So, we're gonna go with grade. 3 goals. First goal, area and perimeter of a parallelogram. Second goal, area and perimeter of a rectangle. Goal 3, where we use the area to find the base and height of these 2 objects, we're gonna talk about tomorrow, okay? So, area and perimeter of a parallelogram. You should remember the formula for that is base times height, okay? Now I would typically give you a graphic organizer for this, so I would be writing these things down so when you come back you have this information. How do we come up with base times height? Well, if I take this parallelogram and I rearrange it, I can make a rectangle. We all know that the area of a rectangle is base times height. We learned that in middle school. So you take this, trace that triangle. If I take that triangle and I move it over here, and I take that part out, I'm left with a rectangle, which is why the area of a parallelogram is the same as the area of a rectangle, base times height. The part you guys are gonna struggle with the most is determining what your height line is and what your bases are. So your bases are gonna be any side that the height line touches. They're gonna be parallel, obviously, because it's a parallelogram. And your height is gonna be the perpendicular distance between your 2 parallel lines. Remember, perpendicular means 90-degree angle. So when you take a look here, a lot of you are gonna wanna use this as your height line. Please refrain from doing that. Does this line hit your base at a 90-degree angle? It doesn't. Your height line is gonna be the one that connects to your base at a 90-degree angle. Let's look at some examples. All right, this one's easy. I only give you 2 numbers. Our bases are gonna be these 2 or these 2, but we look at this line comes in at a 90-degree angle, which means this is our height and this is our base. Well, our area, the formula for area is base times height, so 10 times 5 gives you 50 inches squared for your area, right? This isn't hard, you got this. Okay, here I give you another number. Even though I'm telling you not to do it, you're still gonna try to use this number for your height. That is not the height between the 2 parallel lines. Your base is 12, and your height is 3. So your area is gonna be 36 centimeters squared. Now, if I asked you for the perimeter, all you're doing is adding your sides, right? The perimeter is just the distance around something. So you're gonna do 12, 6, 12, and 6, because if this is a parallelogram, the opposite sides are congruent, okay? What if I give you a problem like this? Because you all love Pythagorean theorem so much, right? Okay, so we have our bases here of 10. I need my height line. Do I have it? No, I don't. Can I find it? Yes, I can. We know that this is a 90-degree angle. That makes that a right triangle. If it's a right triangle, we can use Pythagorean theorem. Just keep in mind, your hypotenuse is always the side that's opposite your right angle. So this is a leg, this is a leg, this is your hypotenuse. So when I set up Pythagorean, I'm going to have x squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay? That gives you x squared plus 9 equals 25. By the way, I don't like you guys not being here. That means I actually have to do the mental math. So I'm missing you a little bit today. 25 minus 9 gives you 16. X squared equals 16. How do I solve for x? You have to take the square root. So you end up getting x equals 4. Now, I know my height line. I can do area, I can do perimeter. Area is going to be base times height, 40 units squared. Perimeter, 10, 10, 5 and 5. That gives you 30 centimeters for your perimeter, all right? I think we're golden on perimeter. I think you guys got that. We're gonna skip that one because it's too easy. Let's take a look at this one. This one wants us to find area and perimeter. We know our base. Our base is 23 units, okay? I know my height. My height is 24 units. 23 times 24, that's gonna give me area. Done, good as gravy. We take a look though, I need to know this side and this side in order to find perimeter. Can I find this side? Yes, for those of you rolling your eyes at me right now, you know it's gonna be Pythagorean, where you do 24 squared plus 7 squared equals c squared or x, whatever you wanna call it. I already have it set up, I've already done the math. We end up getting x equals 25. Now you can find the perimeter. Add all 4 of your sides, 23, 23, 25, 25, and you have your perimeter, okay? All right, second goal, find an area and perimeter of a triangle. You already know this formula. This isn't new to you. It's base times height divided by 2. I don't know if I've ever told you why, but let's take a look. So we know a parallelogram is base times height. We talked about that. Isn't that just 2 triangles in a parallelogram? I'm gonna copy this one because you all know I can't draw anything to save my life. And we're gonna take it over here. Ooh, wrong one. And when I combine them, I end up with a parallelogram, right? So the area for a parallelogram is base times height. If I want the area for a triangle, I only have 1 triangle there, not 2. So it's base times height divided by 2. That's why we do it that way. Your base is going to be any side that the height line touches, and your height line is going to be the line that runs perpendicular into your base, okay? It goes from the altitude to a base at a 90-degree angle. So let's take a look at this one. When I throw ones like this at you, your brains kind of go, what's my base? What's my height? I don't know. We're all confused. But look, guys, your height line has to hit your base at a 90-degree angle. What lines here are going to do that? My base is going to be 5, okay, not 8. This is just a line showing you the distance from here to here. It's not actually part of your triangle. And then your height line is going to be 4, because if you were to take a stick and measure from the ground to that point, it's going to be 4 centimeters, not in real life, but on this image, okay? So base times height divided by 2. 20 divided by 2 is 10. Area equals 10 centimeters, okay? All right. This one, kind of the same thing. Your base is 14, your height is 10. 10 times 14 gives you 140. Divide that by 2. Don't forget to divide by 2. That gives you 70. Our units, meters, 70 meters squared. The only other thing I want to talk to you about, and maybe you remember this, good for you if you do, is right triangles. When we have right triangles, remember your height line touches your base at a 90-degree angle, right? So that means if this is my base of 5, then my height line is going to be that other leg. It's not drawn like this, okay? So that means you're just going to do 3 times 5 divided by 2, and that's going to give you the area. If you have a right triangle, one of your legs is your base, the other leg is your height, all right? Let's see. All right, goal 3, that's the last thing we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about that one tomorrow, though. We're going to slow it down a bit. I'm sure you guys are going to do just fine with this. After this video, you're going to be able to go on and look. I'm taking a picture of the book because even though I told you guys to take your books home, I'm guessing some of you did not. So I'll take a picture of the bookwork, and the assignment will be posted along with this as far as which problems you got to do. I'm going to pull some out, so you're not going to have to do the original assignment. As always, if you have any questions at all, please just email me. I'm here to help you. All right? Look forward to seeing you guys back in class. You can stop it.